Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning, or whatever time of day it is for you in the world? Hello, hello, hello. I'm Skip Court. This is our daily connection. This is time where I come to you, just two men, a little bit older, passionate about life, the next level, personal development, getting our mind right to start the day. Now, I know you're in different places in the world. Some of you may be watching, it's afternoon, it's nighttime where you are. Doesn't matter as long as we make this a continual connection. I want you to make this your daily discipline, your daily habit, your ritual, just to check in, just get our minds right. What I do in this morning connection broadcast is I wake up in the morning to you. You're the first person I'm talking to this morning. Many mornings, here it is, just a little after 3 o'clock in the morning Pacific time here in the United States. And, I just use my experience, just going through, getting my mind right, which I have to do every single day. You got to wake up with your game face on every single day. And one thing that I always do my best to make sure that I do, sometimes I do a better job than others, is to go to bed with a plan. So it marinates. You think about it, even though you're sleeping and relaxing, but you just wake up ready to go. I really believe that that first hour or so, it's not totally, won't totally determine your whole day. I don't want to give you that impression, but getting off to a good start in the morning with good thoughts, going into a direction that is predetermined and thought out, really gets me going. Gets me going in the right direction from the moment I wake up. Don't wake up in a couple hours later. You're thinking, oh yeah, and you just lost a couple hours. Just kind of like I talked to my wife. Some things we want to teach our kids is to be able to walk across the room with intent, with purpose, knowing why you're going from point A to point B before you arrive on the other side of the room, so to speak. Knowing what you want to accomplish when you get there, physically, mentally, emotionally. Have it thought out as you're walking across the room, and this is a metaphor. You're walking there with intent. I just think that if you walked across the rooms in life always knowing what you wanted on the other side and you're thinking about it, right? You have so much of a better chance to get what it is you want just by taking the time to think about it. That's what I want to talk about today in this morning connection podcast. This say podcast a lot of times as I'm talking to you here first thing in the morning. You're the first person, again, who I'm talking to. I did this morning connection podcast. I'm a big podcaster from back in the day before we had live streams like that. And I did this morning connection podcast. And so you'll hear me talk about that a lot. So when you come on this live broadcast, make sure you say hello. And if you have any questions, it's a great time to ask them while we're live. I love it. I love the energy. I love the spontaneity that your questions may bring in. It could be about fitness or anything else. I know a lot of us, we have this mutual passion for fitness, and when we believe, at least at some level, when we get control of our working out, our eating, we gamify it, we enjoy it, we crack the code, we look good, we feel good, we have that energy. It's going to be the stepping stone to a lot of other great things in life. All right, so if I can help you crack that code with fitness, I'm more than happy. I know sometimes it's a lot more than just sets and reps working out and having muscles and body fat. It's a stepping stone to a lot of things for you. I want to help you crack that code. Let's see, so who do we have here this morning? Afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Just always want to respect that. I understand that we're in different times of the world. And again, whatever part of the world you're in, start scheduling this so you come back. And again, you just make this a structured part of your day, your ritual, your habit, getting your mind right. I'll do whatever I can to share with you as we go through this experience. Hello, Masashi. Good to have you here, sir. Neil, good morning to you. Bo, good to see you here again. Bo, All right, guys. Jose is here. All right, guys. Again, if you have any questions, I want to answer those. If you're regular in this morning connection, like the mental and emotional stimulation that this show brings to you, I'm going to put a link to a questionnaire. Fill out that questionnaire. If I see that I can help you, you're the type of man that does what it takes to get what he wants. When you fill out that questionnaire for this morning connection, it's stimulated a lot of thoughts. I'll reach out to you. I always tell the men who, whether it's for fitness or anything else, MANformation, personal development, one-on-one coaching, when they fill out those questionnaires, to play all out, right? Play all out, because when I can see it, feel it, read it, I'll reach out to you. Don't be surprised if you get a call from the 925 area code. I know you get a lot of strange phone calls on your cell phone a lot of times, but if you see a call from that 925 area code and you filled out that questionnaire, that's me. So answer the phone. Certainly program your phone and call me back. All right. As I woke up this morning and coming to you, I didn't have a plan of what I would talk about. I like to structure things, but at the same time, I like to go through with the flow, so to speak. So when I come to you, it's from the heart. It's not something that I was passionate in, and it meant something to me, but I wrote it down a week ago, and I said, okay, well, I'll just talk about that. It's just a different layer of communicating versus something I'm speaking from in the heart, from the heart. And so this morning I'm thinking, I coach a lot of men to become their best, both inside and outside of the gym. And a lot of times when it comes to something like something, there's a lot of emotions and there's a lot of individuality in going for a goal when it's your own personal goals, right? It becomes more complex, and I think everybody realizes that. Sometimes fitness is something that we want to think is black and white. It should be, well, just tell me how to train and eat. I just want a universal answer that can apply to me and everybody else. Let's keep this simple. And there is a lot of information out there, right, from a lot of different presenters. And I think a lot of times, guys, they try and fail because they don't know what it's like to get to the other side. And this could be for fitness or anything else. And, there's this point where we think we know how to do it. We think we're doing everything. We might be doing a lot of things right, but there's either lag time where we need to continue doing it to make it over to the other side, so to speak, to get from point A to that point B that we want to experience. And we just don't get it quite yet. And there becomes this time where we're frustrated. And we blame the information out there, or maybe the presenter of the information. And it's like, well, I've heard that before. That's not it, because I did that, or they think that they did that, and they think they did it really well. It's something they heard before. They believe that they've made a real good attempt at executing what they heard before, and they still don't have that level of success that they want. So that's not the information I need. It's something else out there. What it is, they have no idea. But it's not what is being presented. That information is faulty because they read that, they learned that, they were told that, they believe they executed, and they don't have the results. So, no, tell me something. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what you should tell me, but it's not that. I'm getting all this misinformation. And I'm telling you, that's like the worst place for you to be. To think that in this world of everyone with a good intent to help you, information out there with an internet full of information, that all the information is in some way defective, it's not good, it's misleading, because you did that, you heard that already, and you're not getting the results, right? And then you don't know what the answer is again. It's not that. There's some other secret. Somebody's just holding back. They're not telling me, right? And we take that burden off ourselves. I'm telling you, when you finally make it to the other side, maybe you've already done this in life. When you make it to the other side, it's these same organizing principles that you thought you knew. Maybe you knew at a certain level. It's just getting better and better at those. It's that one distinction. It's putting more weight on this one particular thing that you heard. You didn't hear it. And how many times has that been? Success sometimes is just the basic things, whether they need to be explained to you in a different way or you need more time taken at a higher and higher level. And that's what I try to do. I mean, there are marketing things out there from marketers, and what the strategy is, and you can, maybe you've seen this out there, is to make things sound as complex as possible. So you're looking for information, take your life, your fitness, your whatever to the next level. You're willing to do the work. You look for the information. You're willing to invest in courses or spend your time on YouTube or wherever finding the information. So their job, or what they do, is they try to make it seem as complex as possible with the big words, with the intricate patterns or the complexity or the trademark phrases or whatever. Their job is to make it as complex as possible on the outside. So you think, wow, there's the answer to all my problems. This complex way of talking about it with molecules and charts and research and all this. Wow, see, I'm a smart person. I've tried this before. This is my answer. It's this. I knew it was complex because a person like me, I'm smart, I'm dedicated, right? If it was out there, if it was simple, if those things worked, I would have had success. So it must be this complex things that's being presented to me, right? And they're just feeding in to that belief that it must be complex or I would have figured out. And then you buy the program. You buy in. The presenter is making it so complex. And this could be training, nutrition, making money online or whatever it is you want, right? They're feeding in to your belief and your desire for something complex because it must be complex if you didn't figure it out. But let me just tell you, on the other side, what the marketers do is once you buy in and you don't think you can do it by yourself, and thank God there's this complex system because all the easy stuff doesn't work for a person like you. But once you get to the other side and you've already invested in the course, which, investing might make you pay more attention than getting free information. I firmly believe that. But when you get on the inside, they make it as simple as possible. Right? They don't want it complex because they understand that complexity isn't necessarily more effective, and that isn't the answer. So on the outside, they are intentionally trying to make it complex for the reasons I talked about. But once you buy in, they have this sincere desire, and I'm just going to assume that they want you to actually get the results, so they make it as simple as possible. See, one thing that I try to do is I try to make what I can help you with, the things that I've made to the other side, that I've cracked the code, I try to make it as simple as possible. The way I explain things, I intentionally don't use big words. Look, I know some big words. I intentionally don't speak that language. I make it simple, but what do I do? What makes me different? What do I firmly believe to help you get from point A to point B? You work on your mindset. You work on how whatever this goal is you want in life, that is congruent with all the rest of your life. So one direction that you're going for success, it's not totally detached from other goals like family, business, and then you're going in this direction. They're fighting each other. There is a way to put it all together so they work in unison, but it takes creativity. See, I believe that's the key to success. That's why I come to you every single day, just to kind of massage, talk about it, help you understand things that I can help you with at a deeper and deeper level. Just twist it around, turn it around, and then you go, aha. Not by making it complex and trying to make you see how smart I am, or feed into your desire for something complex, because that's your belief that it must be complex. It must be something new and revolutionary. I'm telling you, it's doing the basic things over and over again. It's learning things at a higher and higher level. Even when you think you got it, get better and better. There's everything that we can do at a higher and higher level, right? Like training. There's always a more effective and efficient way. Obviously at the beginning you make big, huge gaps and the differences, but you can always make improvement with everything, like training in the gym. There's always a higher level, and that's how it works out with everything. But sometimes I feel this pressure because when I'm helping out men like you, I can tell that's the mode that they're in, and it's like I'm thinking, look, I can speak their language and I can make it complex as possible. I can bring out the complex words and and do all that for them because that's their need. And sometimes I think, is that what I should do? Is that what I should do? Right? Because they're not going to. If they think it's complex because they're just in that mode. Maybe I got to come in there and make it all complex, and then slowly bring them out. Or do I just say, look, that's not the way it works. Let's work on our mindset. Let's take that to higher and higher level because I believe totally that that's the key, right? And sometimes it thinks, I'm just going to make it as complex as possible. I can just talk over his head, and you give him that relief, right? So, just from my experience in life, for whatever you value, what I'm saying, the answers aren't in it being complex. And maybe you've done this in life. When you finally crack the code, it was something you already heard and something you're already doing. But when you look back, you were doing it 75%, 80%. You only knew it at a certain level, and you didn't execute it. You didn't hit it as hard. You may have done it, but you didn't hit it as hard. And that more priority and focus, twisting it around, is what made all the difference in the world. Right? So that's number one. And number two, it's almost like if you have that mentality, and a lot of people have it, you're putting pressure on that presenter to make it all complex so you buy in, right? So it kind of goes on both ends. And, from somebody who's tried to crack the code like you in life, and someone who helps men like you crack the code of things in life, you see both sides of that, right? What's the best thing if somebody really firmly believes it must be something complex that they've never heard before to get to the other side, right? Anyway, I know we're all looking for more. We're all looking for more in life. I think more is getting better. I really do believe that. All right. Let's see here. I want to acknowledge you for being here. Got to get off to the gym today. All right. Starting my 12-week transformation journey, the first of 12 weeks is starting today. You still have time. I'll put that link below. All right. Bo Cumming, we worked together about 20 years ago. Where did we work together, Bo? I look at your picture when I gone. 20 years ago. Did we work at the grocery store together, Bo? Bo, no, fitness. That was bodybuilding. Oh, yeah, I remember you, Bo. It's been a while. Are you coming back into the fitness? Is that how you ran into me? Or have you been consistent with the whole fitness world? But now you're being reintroduced to me? That would be interesting. That'd be interesting. All right. What was that point I was going to say? All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for our connection. I'm gonna take off again. This is just our connection, but think about what I said for you. Whatever it is, your challenge with life, whatever the next level is, fitness, the training part, the nutrition part. Have you come to the conclusion, and you're firm in it, that the reason why you don't have the answers to get to the other side is it because somebody just isn't presenting it? It's just not available the way you want. That the burden is on the presenter or the information out there. Are you firm in that belief? Or are you open to the belief that maybe it's you not putting that priority? I tell you, it'll save you a lot of frustration. All right. Hey, if you're a little bit older like me, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Got to seize this day with a sense of urgency in all areas of life. If you're working out, eating right, taking care of yourself with a sense of urgency, but also with your business, with your plans of attack, your family, hug, hold, connect with that sense of urgency. Expect the best today. Expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from the efforts that you're going to put out today. They're going to pay off. Even if they don't pay off right away, that you're planting a seed later on this week or next week or a month down the road. But expect that your efforts are going to pay off today, and expect the best from the people that you deal with, that you're providing that value, that inspiration. Expect that they'll get it, and if not now, they'll get it later. They'll understand that you are a force for good. Expect the best in other people. All right. Have a great day, and thank you so much for joining me for our daily ritual, your daily discipline, your habit, your and our morning connection.